In today's deep dive, we're exploring one of the most talked about innovations in the automotive world, Peugeot's new Hypersquare steering system. It's bold, futuristic, and unlike anything we've seen in a mainstream production car. But here's the big question. Is this the future of driving, or just another automotive fad? Let's find out. 1. What is the Hypersquare? Peugeot's Hypersquare steering wheel isn't just a new design. It represents a complete rethink of how drivers interact with their cars. First introduced in concept form on the Peugeot Inception Concept, the Hypersquare replaces the traditional circular steering wheel with a rectangular, tablet-like controller that uses steer-by-wire technology instead of mechanical linkages. That means there's no physical connection between the wheel and the front tires. Instead, the system uses electronic signals to translate driver inputs into steering movements, just like an airplane's fly-by-wire system. This technology allows for greater precision, customizable steering feel, and a completely new driving experience. But it also raises some big questions about safety, regulation, and driver confidence. 2. How steer-by-wire works. Let's break down the tech behind it. Traditional steering uses a column and gears to physically turn the wheels. In contrast, steer-by-wire replaces that with electronic actuators, sensors, and motors. When you move the Hypersquare, sensors measure the angle and force of your inputs, then send signals to the front wheel motors to match that motion in real time. A network of redundant systems ensures accuracy and safety. So even if one component fails, others can take over instantly. Because there's no physical connection, Peugeot can tune the steering response dynamically. It's a level of adaptability and control that traditional systems simply can't offer. 3. The design, a glimpse into the future. Now, let's talk about that design, because it's unlike anything else on the road. The Hypersquare is shaped like a rectangular gaming controller, with touch-sensitive thumb pads at each corner. These pads allow you to control everything, from the infotainment and navigation to lighting and drive modes, without ever taking your hands off the wheel. Peugeot says the design improves ergonomics, reduces distraction, and enhances control. The center of the Hypersquare remains open, creating a floating effect that improves visibility of the panoramic EI cockpit display, which sits behind it, like a futuristic dashboard screen. 4. Why Peugeot is betting on it. So why is Peugeot pushing this radical new design? The answer lies in user experience and future readiness. Peugeot believes that as vehicles move toward higher levels of automation, the traditional steering wheel will become obsolete. In fully autonomous modes, the Hypersquare can retract, turning the driver's area into a comfortable lounge space. But even in manual mode, the Hypersquare represents a new kind of driver engagement, one that merges tactile control with digital precision. It's not just a steering device, it's a user interface, and Peugeot isn't alone here. Other automakers like Lexus, Infiniti, and Nissan have been developing their own steer-by-wire systems. 5. Advantages, what makes it exciting. There are several potential benefits to this system that could make it a genuine breakthrough. Precision control. With steer-by-wire, the car can deliver sharper, more responsive handling, especially at low speeds. Customization. Drivers can adjust steering feel and sensitivity via software, something impossible with mechanical systems. Safety. The lack of a steering column can improve crash safety and free up interior space. Design. Freedom. Without mechanical linkages, automakers have more flexibility in designing interiors. Essentially, the Hypersquare could make cars both safer and more personal, letting drivers tune their experience like they would on a smartphone. 6. The challenges. What could go wrong? Of course, every radical innovation faces challenges, and the Hypersquare is no exception. First, trust. Many drivers are hesitant to give up the physical feedback of a mechanical steering system. Even with advanced haptic feedback and redundancy, the idea of purely electronic steering may feel unsettling at first. Then there's regulation. Many countries still require physical steering linkages by law, especially for safety certification. Finally, cost and reliability. Advanced sensors and fail-safe systems make steer-by-wire expensive, and any glitch could raise major concerns. 7. Real-world application. When will we see it? Peugeot has confirmed that the Hypersquare system will debut in production vehicles by 2026, likely starting with higher-end EVs based on the company's new STLA Medium and STLA large platforms from Stellantis. Early prototypes have received strong feedback for their smoothness and responsiveness, with some reviewers saying it feels more natural than expected. That means you'll still feel like you're connected to the road, even without a steering column. 8. The bigger picture, redefining the driving interface. Beyond just steering, the Hypersquare represents a broader trend in the auto industry: the digitization of driver interfaces. As cars evolve into smart, connected devices, physical controls are giving way to touchscreens, haptics, and voice assistants. The Hypersquare takes this to the next level. It's a digital steering experience designed for the software-driven cars of tomorrow. It's a glimpse of how personalization could define the next decade of mobility. 9. Future or fad? Our verdict. So, is Peugeot's Hypersquare the future of driving, or just a short-lived experiment? The truth lies somewhere in between. The technology behind it is absolutely the future of automotive control. Steer-by-wire will become standard as cars move toward autonomy and digitalization. But the shape and interface, that's where taste and tradition collide. Many drivers still prefer the tactile feel of a round wheel, and widespread adoption will depend on how intuitive the Hypersquare feels in real-world use. If Peugeot can balance innovation with familiarity, the Hypersquare could go down in history as the moment steering truly entered the digital age. Conclusion. And that wraps up our deep dive into Peugeot's Hypersquare steering wheel, a bold step toward the future of driving. What do you think? Would you feel comfortable driving with a system like this? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more deep dives into the future of cars, design, and technology. Until next time, stay curious, drive safe, and keep your hands, or maybe your thumbs, on the wheel.